Hello. Hello. Hi, Clara. Your browser had to update. That's good. That's fine. You can't wait till you get enough money to replace this big piece of junk laptop. I felt that. I felt that. I want to build a PC tower. My goal was to build one this summer. I don't know. I haven't made any progress towards it, but and half of June has already gone by, so you know that's lovely. uh, anyway, I need to reset. Like, I just got off Diablo 4. I am mad at the game right now at Diablo 4, but that's a story for another day. Especially since I'll be streaming it tomorrow. I can have that rant tomorrow. But anyway, I need to like refocus onto FF14. So, hello. Welcome. We'll be playing FF14 today. Obviously. If you couldn't tell. Oh, I need to minimize my... There we go. I'm also going to go... Oh, that is checked. Okay, cool. I don't know why it wasn't doing it either, but... Oh, wait, no. I need to uncheck it. Thank you, Bappa. Nice. I love your sub message. I can put you in contact with someone that can help. I'm okay. I hold on. The fan is off. Why is the fan off? I know how to build. I know most of the theory behind building a PC. It's just like actually doing it, you know? Anyway. Where did we leave off? I know we killed Nidhogg, and we got a little bit into the 6 or 2.4, I think it is, but a few brief moments standing in the snow is more than enough for Alpha to realize that this is neither the time nor the place to think deeply on recent events. While the House Knights return to Camp Dragonhead to prepare a report, he would head for the congregation, both to brief Sir Emmerich and see if his sister's condition at all has improved. Okay. I don't... Did we... Wait. I don't remember what last happened. What? You're itchy from bathing, pupper. Silgar had a bath and grooming today. He didn't like it, but he did. He had to have one. His nails were getting very long. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Mylon. What news from Zelphatul? Oh! Zelphatul! I remember now! And also that fan needs to be higher because it's barely cooling down the room. Beam! Okay. Do. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Ishtola has been tending to Mistress Alice in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. Please be voiced. Please! This seems like the type of cutscene that would be voiced.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. When they told me you had departed for Zelphatul, I found that I could rest. The outcome seemed a mere formality, as did your safe return. Thank you, my friend.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. but it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alice and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alice, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Will not be a burden. I like Alice more than Alphino. I can't lie. I like her character arc more. Alphino is just annoying.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Your entire existence is a burden. Outfit change. We constantly babysit Alphino. We do. It's just a fact of life. You don't understand. I was so excited for 6.1 because they told us we were leaving all of the old characters behind. But then we didn't. Anyway, to think that the three of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. Shortly after we parted ways, I heard that she had taken to the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery. Precisely where to, I never learned, though I suspect that was by design. So she enjoyed hearing tales of our exploits, did she? My apologies for keeping you waiting. There you go. Right then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the studio when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my..." Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light? Oh, what to do. So be it. Another time, perhaps. To be honest, Mylon, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. We want the tea. We do want the tea. I pray you will forgive me if I do. Oh, I've been meaning to ask about the carriage, because that was her, right? Ah, yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived to spirit us away from Ul'dah after the banquet. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Ul'dah. How did you know to send help? Oh, drunken brass blades are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Brent managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different. More resolute than when last we met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur. Nor will I pretend to have found myself, or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the Waking Sands then, and see if Urianger can be of any assistance. I am now babysitting the twins. That is my current job. I get there's a lore reason as to why Horizon, or not Horizon, but friggin' whatever the place is called, doesn't have a aetheryte, but why? Why? Because there's 0 dawns there. What's the place called again? Vesper Bay. Why doesn't Vesper Bay have an aetheryte? It is the Forbidden Way. Oh my goodness. Bapo. More like Alize is helping babysit her brother. True. Alize doesn't really need babysitting. That's very true. She does sometimes. But I'm okay with babysitting in small bursts. I'm waiting for the Capcom showcase in 30 minutes. Oh, is it in 30 minutes? Let me know if there's a Dragon's Dogma too, because that would be interesting. Urianger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee to and thine here this day? The Warriors of Darkness have returned. Pray, allow us to explain. You'll hear about it. Oh, I'm sure I will. Oh, I'm sure I will. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up, only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and Ascians did not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the strait of Merlthor. Ogomoro stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford turn a deaf ear to their claims. You go get food, nice. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Mylon. It a foxy emo. That's apparently food, okay. Wait, I thought that emote got banned from Twitch. Did he manage to get it back? Oh, well, I guess you're gone for food, but I guess he managed to get it back. That's somewhat surprising, actually. The animated one did. Oh! Thank you for your counsel, Urianger. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. I shall. If I may, brother. Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say? Alice? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Jaren Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Okay, Camp Overlook. Let me go. Thank you. She's the sassy twin. She has a lot of sass. She has a lot of sass. She has a lot. She is still sassy, come Endwalker. I didn't mean to hit caps lock. 7 hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. What, reinforcements? Well, fancy that! Just when my Cobalt Tar problems look like coming to a head, the Scions of the 7th Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighbors in Ugomoro have got much more aggressive of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scouts spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger, would you? There we go. Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when first we arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? A kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Urianger's information, yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan's summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. Kobold! I'm gonna fly. I don't super remember where exactly he is, so we're just gonna kind of fly around. Hello! Hey, gasp. Pursue! Neum! Where'd he go? Am I Stoopy? Don't answer that question. Am I, aha! I found you. Stay back! Away, far back! I'm not a... Guys, no use. Pointless, hopeless, no use. Get back here! No! Oh, wait, hold on. It's not in the camp, is he? Where? Oh, where is Mr. Kobold? Oh. But please, don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, just talk. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Get the living hell back here. Whee! This was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Hey. God, he found me again! What to do, what to do, what to do? I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, please, do not hurt me. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah! We've got him! Fine work, Scions! So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No, I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least, I will be a Pikmin one day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alphino, and this is my sister Alice. Mylon, the man who found you, is our friend. And now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloyden here thinks you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you came to ask for help. Why to us, and not to your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one is going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, he's... The Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him! Beat him, fight him, stop him! Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace. I did not want to believe it, but I have heard tales of foci fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please, help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to the worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready, just in case. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy, that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come? Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh! Several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Off we go. Nyum. Fortunately, I am higher than level 50. Quickly! Okay, I'm grabbing it. Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way! Nyum. Alright, over here. Cutscene. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother! Aye, it's just that... A to the L to the Exander. I am quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kurthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrund by another party, most likely a pawn of the Asians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Asians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Never you mind about that. As Alice said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course! Gabu knows the way! This next one is the last and is very large. Very big, very huge, very large. Off we go! I don't see any crystals. I do see boxes though. You cast about it for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. But that's what Huge and large. Confounded. What about you, Mylon? Any luck? Nothing, nothing, nothing! But this cannot be! Gabu saw them! Spied, spotted, saw! Think, brother, think! They must have moved them, yes? The question is, where to and why? Within Ogomoro, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them! And we will, Gabu, we will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan's summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them into Commander Bladen's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. The crystals, Mylon, if you would be so kind. There you go. They all fit in one hand, just like that. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bladen on the situation. Pray, go on ahead. As I recall, there is an aetheryte within the Ugomoro mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way! Off we go! This place is music, right? Yeah. I don't need to do a fate. Ah. I take it this is the aetheryte we seek. Right then. As soon as Alphinaud arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Mylon. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. You would think this would be an innocent fight, but no. Quickly, you quads! Briskly, swiftly, quickly! I will not suffer any further delays! Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers? Here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Mother? Father? Coke for the furnace? You monster! How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the Overdwellers. No, Alice, not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us, together, to build a lasting peace. Another piece to be abandoned at the Overdweller's convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you! Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers! You take, and you take, and you take, and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our God drains the land of ether, and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. Please. Please! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! Wake up! Well, whoopsie doodle. Seven hells! I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Alphino! Leave him to me! We must away! Yeah, you two go. I got this. Or not. Okay. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we're like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, it is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual. Meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogomoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Mylan, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Thank you, my friend. Alice and I will tend to Gabu. When you have finished with the primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We'll be expecting you. Oh, I need to go to the Naval Hard. Do I need to? Fine, okay, alright. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's a trial. Oh, Realm Reborn, the Naval Hard. Kablam. Average wait time, 5 minutes. Oh, hell nah. Hold on. We're doing this the way it was supposed to be done. Come here, you. We're doing the... There we go. Alright, goodbye. Haha! The way it was meant to be done. I'm not waiting on stupid cues. There we go. Alright, we can go disable that now. Alright, there in camp overlook. We're just gonna teleport over there. I don't wanna... I'm lazy. You know, you guys understand being lazy, right? Right. Okay. Okay, he's dead. I, put him in the ground. I curb stomped him. Ah, there he is. Did I not tell you he would return safe and sound? It was easy. The deed is done, then. Titan is no more. Yep. Easy as pie. Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Ezreal's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. There is naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloyden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? My computer has a slight glare on it. There we go. Hello! Random guy. Hello, sir. Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All is settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear. but not half as glad as my men'll be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Okay, have a happy alert, Boppo. I
Who goes
understand.
there?
I understand the Capcom thingy is starting. Yeah, showcase starts in a minute. Yep. No worries. You have a good lurk.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp.
It's time for the Starlit Heart to Heart.
He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. But when Grandfather revealed the whole truth of the calamity to us, I finally understood. And I resolved there and then to continue his legacy in my own way.
Y'all understand why I went into the Bahamut raids now, because it would not make any sense if we got to this point and we're referencing Louis Soir and how he helped Alice, and we weren't there. We don't understand. This is why I did the Bahamut raids. It's because they come up later.
My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve, and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger, of you. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Tell her about Istinian Isael. tell her about Sir Emmerich, or tell her about the Dravanian hinterlands and what followed thereafter. Wait, I think this option includes the Mughals. Wait. I think this option includes the Mughals. I'm gonna do this one. On the hope that I get to tell her about the Mughals, because I think she'd be very interested in that.
We had no clear memories of our life in the hinterlands, having returned to the motherland as infants. Nevertheless, I am quite familiar with Master Matoya, as is every Sharlayan. I should like to speak with her someday.
That was the hinterlands, not the forelands. Haha, I'm smart. Never mind. Ha 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 ha. I'm dumb. Pray forgive me.
'Twould not surprise me if Alphino's recent maturation was at least somewhat due to her sage guidance. I would never tell him this, of course, but there have been moments when I've caught myself thinking of him as an elder brother. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
I hate the male Mikote sit. I'm sorry. It's like the one part of being a Mikote that I don't like. That, and there's a lot of helmets that don't work with the ears. A lot of helmets. Ooh, rock candy.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardour belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
Honestly, I wish that soliloquy was longer. I know a lot of people get annoyed by Urianger talking, but I wish that soliloquy was longer, because you could really go into the struggle of his position and what he's trying to do. You could really go into that. It'd be really cool to hear him lay out his thoughts on that and what he's really, like, deeply going through and trying to work through it. Did you just confirm who that is? Ma'am, he literally just named off every scion but himself. And then the other guy, the guy with the axe, called him their old friends. Like, and it's his top half. Do you not? Like, we've seen him without the hood. He even was, like, wishing for Moonbreeda. Like, the only person I can think of who would be talking about Moonbreeda like that is Urianger. You had suspicions? Okay, it's all but confirmed, but I feel justified after that particular scene. I feel justified in saying, yes, it's Urianger. There is a reveal later on, but, like, it's like, it's even the same voice actor, man. And he's being just as verbose. Like, it's really hard to say it's not him, you know? What ho, Mylon? I trust you had a good night's rest? I was but this moment in speaking with Thancred and Ishtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. 'Twould seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flushed with Ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest we pay Urianger another... Wait, where's Alice? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. Alice! Oh no, wherever could she... Oh, she's not actually over there. Okay. Alice! Oh wait, no, wait, she's up on the ridge, isn't she? Alice! Ridge. No? Okay. The Mylon is the confusion. Oh, there she is. I didn't spoil much. It's like 99.9% obvious. Like, it should be by this point. No, the game hasn't confirmed it. But I'm gonna confirm it for you. Alright? It's Urianger. It is. There's been enough foreshadowing. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloyden? Something tells me you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance. Until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom Command. I am so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to... And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness... Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much that your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. And never, ever forget. Ah. Foreshadowing. I love it. In a way. Foreshadowing in a way. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alice. Thank you. Oh, hi, Jacob. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A 1,000 times over, aye. There will be a reckoning. You need a bite ear emote? Nar, we do not need a bite ear emote. Honestly, I don't know what to do with all my current emotes from the D&D party. Whenever I get like a whole batch of custom emotes that are more related to my model, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Alright, where are we going? The Waking Sands? Okay. How am I doing today? Doing okay. I'm doing okay. Snowy needs her own emote. Snowy does need an emote, but she doesn't really have like an avatar that I can commission an emote of, you know? Like, I don't really have like a personification of Snowy. As Princess of Wholesome and Pureness. I agree she needs an emote. God, I wish I had more emote space. I really do. I think I need more. I'm not gonna swear to it. Okay. I know one way I can get more emote space. Well, 2 ways technically, but it's really just one way. I'm not saying this to get you guys to do this. I'm just saying this is a path that I know of, and I'm not telling you guys to do this, okay? But I get more emotes based off of bits that get donated and subs I get per month. I get more emote slots. More specifically, I get more emote slots if people sub at a higher tier. And then it's like every 1,000 bits or something I unlock another emote slot or something like that, something crazy like that. But yeah. Or like every 1,000 bits or maybe every 10,000 bits I unlock another emote slot. I don't remember. But there are emote slots locked behind the count of tier 2 and tier 3 subs and bit donations. Oh, cutscene. Friday is Chaos Murder. It is indeed Stranger of Paradise, but that's going to be over on Bappo's channel. We have heard the glad tidings from Gogomoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsum Lominsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Jaren oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded. Then of 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Menphilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the Warriors of Darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner the Warriors of Darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest you wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Asians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rhalgr. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Aline Roai's network of spies. Surely you jest! And yet, it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Asians, assuming they even know, or care, who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Mylan, Alice, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves. First hand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. That was a very pointed look Alice gave him. Alphino, Alice, Mylan, are you 3 listening? Good. I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you are sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too. What few remained, aye. Regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Emeric's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ha! And there I was, thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Ah, wait a moment, there is more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Iscardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Eileen Royai, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers, no one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Ishtola next, but is there someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. See, I told you it would come to light. I told you it would come to light. It's... The writing's on the wall, man. It's really easy, okay? 100%. What in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Leviura estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though. Little Alamigo awaits. I need a drink of water. Ugh. Where are we on? Oh, right here. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Did you have something to say? Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Mylon. If anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then. To more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. So, to review. We are reliably informed that members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Mylon, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of the town? Alice and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. New. Sifrid, Tailbot. I think there's one more up top. Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. When he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few Uldans to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. Alright. This arc. I see you there, going about asking questions. Looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of little El Amigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans. And what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been mocked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Up we go? Question mark? Up, up, up we go! Heading low. Eh? The resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be of any use to him. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the mask's bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet, despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received those crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I am about it. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead. Shall we? We remember Gundabald, right? We remember Gundabald. Totally. Gundabald. Much as it pleases me to see you again, Mylon, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin? I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Okie doke. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I have a broken brain right now. Hi, Alphino. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Cutscene! This should be voiced, yeah? I'm pretty sure this is voiced.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
What are you two doing here?
Way to meet Ida and Papalimo, right? It's just, oh hey, fancy seeing you here.
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Ida and Papalimo! Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you, though it was pretty obvious you and Mylon would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. Why that one dude look like great value Johnny Cage? I don't know. But if you truly believe that, forgive me. What exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right. They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at a great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Raoban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact, but having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the men we saw besieging all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw was not, in fact, the Griffin, but an impersonator. A talented rabble-rouser, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. Ida, you wear a mask. Why? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? We're hunting down primals. Summoning! You're not serious! I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan, but the Griffin... Well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many such claims of late. I confess I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is, assuming you'll have us. What are you saying? Of course we will. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. And while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the mask's plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alphina will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain the charade, until we have him cornered at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Tailbot, and to have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? Man, you got this all thought out. It all seemed simple enough, thank you. And with that, Mylon, let us be off. If I had a gil for every time I dressed up as some person falling on hard times in Thanalan, I'd have 2 gil, which isn't a lot, but it's weird to happen twice. Eh? You want to buy a what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Well, you're the ones with the gil, and seeing as you're friends of Papa Limo, there, tunic and slops for the both of you, tailored and, treated to your tastes. Now off with you, before someone sees us together. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change, and see you at the spot Papa Limo marked on our maps. While wearing the weathered shepherd's tunic and slops. Okay. Give me a second. I must needs equip some armor. There we go. Ah! I definitely don't look equipped for battle. No. Definitely not. I definitely look like an innocent adventurer. Well, look at us. A pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
No date, Sag. But do we know it's coming? Or no, not yet. We've known it's coming. Oh, okay. They have said Dragon's Dogma 2 is a thing, but no date. I am apologies. They announced the game over a year ago. Oh.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light? Aye, I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed.
but that was a lifetime ago. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your
Wait a minute.
gift.
Wait a minute, I remember his name. In Corymil, the guy who needed the medicine, it was Mefrid, right? Was it? Maybe? I don't remember. Wait. I could be wrong. That could be the guy who wanted us to get the medicine. Was it Mefrid? I don't remember.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
He is right. He is right. It's kind of reckless to just haul off and do what the Griffin is doing. Okay, can I put my gear back on, please? Thank you. Quarry mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me. You cannot be expected to recall every name and face, and besides, it's not as if it matters. I think I remember this one, though. I think I do. And I'm really proud of myself for it. Okay, look, when we were going back through Quarry Mill, I totally forgot that one of those guys came back in the pre-Stormblood patches. So, to my defense, I did not make an effort to remember whoever it was that would inevitably become this false griffin. But I think it was Mefrid. I think that was his name. I could go back to Quarry Mill and freaking look. Oh, wait, no, they all left. No, I can't. I'm wrong about that. I have long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand, and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Mylon. We must find and secure those crystals. This is no time for looking back. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Amalta. We must apprise Alice of all we have learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I have changed. I just changed in front of you. How do you feel about that? You. I'm actually gonna discard the pieces of armor really quick because I don't need to keep them. If the game wants me to keep them, it'll give them back to me, or provide a way for me to get them back. Hi, Shy! Hello, hello. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings. Yeah, a lot's happened. We met Ida and Papalimo. You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Ida and Papalimo were here all along? Well, Ishtola will be relieved, and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Amalja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. How are you doing, Shy? Hello, hello. I appreciate people showing up to stream, I really do. We are being stalked upon. And so they go forth, in accordance with the Griffin's plan. I don't remember my voice for... Definitely not Rianche. Totally not. What are you talking about? The players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. Instanced fight! I confess I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we have braved the Bowl of Embers. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. Upon proceeding to the Bowl of Embers, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Good news, we have a little over an hour left, so we're good. Actually, we have like an hour 15 left.
This isn't right. The Emulger would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
By the 12, will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere. As Eorzea's blade of light once stood by my side, now I shall stand at his and defend this realm with all my might.
Atta girl, yeah!
Let's finish this.
Ugh. Hold on, I'm collecting aggro. Man, you guys really can't.
You shall fall soon enough.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, everybody. Come on.
There's no escape.
Come on. Broke. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Listen, okay, you gotta understand. Most instance fights don't let me do this crap. Okay? You need to go first. The Warriors of Darkness call upon the power of the Echo. Oh, come on! Alright, let me heal it real quick. Because I am kind of tanking everybody, and, where's the devote? You. Get over here. Haha, joke's on you. I have lots of abilities. Alright, Black Mage, get over here. Knight, go down. Oh my gosh! Stay down.
No more games.
Ah!
It ends now. What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady.
Partial beard? Yeah. I forget what that's called. I don't remember what the scruffy on the sides of the face are called. Listen, I don't... Okay, full disclosure, I don't grow a lot of facial hair, admittedly. I don't grow a whole lot, so I never really bothered to learn how to grow it, how to anything. I can't grow it a whole lot, so basically anytime it's there and annoying, I just shave it. So I would have no idea. I would have zero clue, okay? Zero. why he kind of attracted.
Even odds then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop.
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them. Make ready! They come! I must have more ether.
Okay. So they're gonna fight. Let me just help a little bit. 1 second. Interact!
The ether! It's not enough!
Oh, that looks interesting. Nah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine, don't worry. Kill him while he's weak? My guy. Fine! Get over here! Oh, that's not good. I'm getting targeted by something. There we go. Channel your there! Mylan, why does your voice soothe me and put me to sleep? I don't know. My voice is annoying. Alright, well, I'm gonna help. Well, I guess not. Okay. No, healer, stop.
Hurry it up, neighbor. I'll crush you.
Oh, I got hit. God friggin'. Hey, no, none of that. There we go. Go, Alice! I got you! Oh, you have a lot of health. I can't.
With this blade, I banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
Alize, are you hurt?
It's a lot of ether she
A
channeled.
touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
That is an accurate description of me. Yes, yes. Thank you, Thancred.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Rock candy. I have rock candy
Crystals? You mean, like the Asians?
Just so. As the Asians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Asians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Asians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must arise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
Ah, but you see, I too have rock candy. We're literally the villains in their story. That is how this is... That is... You understand, we're literally the villains in their story. Like...
To have known the depth of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
I have, 6? 5? I forget.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From 2 worlds do we gather, and from 2 worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Poor Thancred. Yes, yes. Poor Thancred indeed. Seeing this is not gonna do him any favors.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the first, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiac's will, so too must others carry out the will of Heidelin. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light.
Oh, that's a cat.
Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
Hold on, the Silgar is requesting in. Silgar, you want to come see Midvillia? No eating codes. Go on. Oh, I forgot. I didn't tell you guys this. I got Silgar a new collar. So if you hear a cling-a-ling-a-ling, that's Silgar. Hello. Here, do you want to come up here? What are you doing? Hello there. Okay, or not.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Heidelin had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first.
Silgar is currently in front of my computer demanding attention. We obey the cat primal, yes, yes.
Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away.
No.
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Silgar, no! Silgar, no! Silgar, no! Yeah, there you go, buddy. Sit in your cat tower. Don't knock my papers over. And don't bat my hand either. There you go. You are now lord of all this realm. How do you feel? I don't think my mic is picking up his collar. I think it thinks it's background noise. Which actually I'm sort of glad about. I'm pretty sure that would get highly irritating. Discord can't hear it though.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tubsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
Silgar's eating things.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
It's Philemine. Oh, it's Philemine.
Thank you, Lemine, for everything.
Well, that was interesting. A lot of cutscenes indeed. That was like almost... That was half an hour. Holy moly. It would seem we are in southern Thanalan again. Minfield is doing, no doubt. May the 12 speed her on her way. And the Warriors of Darkness, too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then, in returning to the first, would they not... But mayhap that was their wish. Forgive me. My thoughts were elsewhere. And this when I know full well that there is yet work to be done. The crystals... Leave them to me. I will go back into Zaharek and just secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know. But I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Ida and Papalimo. They must have finished searching the Mask's camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You must be tired, Mylon. I know I am. If thou will permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that Warrior of Darkness and the Ascian in white at the Great Library. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not... Wow, brain! You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, that you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Mylan, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Nyum. That was a lot of information. But the Warriors of Darkness are no longer our problem. So that's cool. Bam! Excuse me. That was not a yawn. That was not... I'm not tired. No, definitely not tired. Definitely, absolutely, stupendously not tired. Uh-huh. No way. No way, Jose. Not tired in the slightest. Yep. Yep. Well met, Mylan. Alphino said you would be joining us. 'Twould seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the mask's camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? Well... this is a long tale. Actually... Bada-bida-bada-bida-boo. Stupendous gasp. I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. It's just... I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alphino, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I fear our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might, in turn, offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataru's tales may well surprise you. True. Ida? Ida! Roger be praised, it is you! Ida, alive and standing here before me, in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundabal. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Aye, Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission. Until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older. Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry, we were still the Circle of Knowing back then, right. Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and, as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. I'm doing my best Papa Limo voice. I know he has a weird voice. Hells take me for giving you that mask. To the Rising Stones! I'm gonna give everyone motion sickness from spinning my camera that much. And it's gonna be great. What do you mean, uh-oh? What do you mean? It's perfectly fine. Everything is fine. Don't worry. You worry too much, Clara. It's fine. Welcome home, Mylon. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Ishtola and Kryl, and briefed them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. Time for B cutscene!
Back in the solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
If you're wondering why my icon is lighting up, it's Silgar is annoyed by his collar.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Oh, Silgar wants out. Okay. You want out? There you go, buddy. Everybody say bye to Silgar. Okay. Yeah.
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable. And we've always got him to keep us from bickering.
Yes, I can babysit you all, that's true.
But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Tataru must be protected. True. The road goes ever on and on. Anyway. A new adventure, what else? That'd be my actual answer.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Is this the end of Heavensward? We have finished the Heavensward story. We are now setting up Stormblood. We're not quite into Stormblood yet. If I pull up New Game Plus, you'll see we're still in Heavensward Part 4, which is the series of quests after the end of the Dragonsong War called the Far Edge of Fate. And the Far Edge of Fate is what sets up Stormblood. And it's what kickstarts the gun into Stormblood. And once we complete this, then we'll launch into Stormblood proper. But we're done with Heavensward, basically. We dealt with the aftermath. We dealt with the Dragonsong War. Now we're into setting up Stormblood and Alamigo. Really, Stormblood revolves around Alamigo. But anyway, that's all I'll say for right now. Look at them, Mylon. The scions of the 7th Dawn. Look how far we've come. the people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. This would be the end of patch 3.4. We have 3.5 and 3.55 remaining. 3.55 is only like a couple quests long though. So we're probably about halfway through part 4, in all honesty. I think.
One world's heroes are another world's villains.
Wait.
One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life.
No.
And where there is life.
This is a younger version of the voice actor of the... Oh, I don't want to say who it is.
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me.
Alright, hold on. That, I swear to you, was... how do I say his name or who he is without saying who... Okay, for those of you who know, that was the... It sounded like a younger version of the voice actor of the white and black haired guy in Shadowbringers. I think that's enough information. Which is kind of awesome. The fact that he's saying that line. Anyway. That's cool. That's cool. Anyway, let's carry on.
Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand. Thank you. I shall guard it well.
There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
That's his voice. This is driving me nuts, man. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it a host to a surfeit of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Oh no. Oh no. You didn't think they were gone, did you? The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. So it was here all along. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. Hello, Nero. Alright, that would be the end of 6.4, but fortunately we are into 6.5 now. Ah, Mylon, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. Okay. I feel like you enjoy my comments. I do. What's so bad about enjoying the comments of a person who hasn't seen this before? What's so bad about that? I don't remember exactly which room the Diamond Forge is in. I think it's the one on the right here, but... Aha. I am smart. You plan to enjoy it all for yourself one day? Yes, yes. And I'm very purposefully, like, skipping a lot of side content and stuff, so that if anybody does want to get the game, there's still plenty of other stuff in the game to experience. You know, like, I'm not doing the Alexander raids. And if they get mentioned in the main story, oh well, you'll just have to go do them. And I'm not doing any of the 70 Trials or Alliance raids, or normal raids. I'm not doing any of those, or the 80 ones. Any of them. If you want to know what happens, then I'm kind of like, go get the game yourself. Come play with me! I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Eh? Right, everyone, ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Oh, I'm being texted. Why am I being pounded into a square of what was high quality'd? Ow. There, all finished. The warrior of light's every measurement from heroic head to intrepid toe. You could have just asked. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Mylon. All in good time. Oh, hi, Ida. Please rescue me. Aha! Found you! Alphino wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. What will you do with this very lethal information, Tataru? I don't remember what she does, actually. I have a suspicion, but only because I've been through this before. But I don't remember exactly.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Alize. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Oh, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes me giggle.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness, help! I need some help here!
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Y'shtola! Please, you have to help her!
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
I heard a Cure 1 go off.
Now, we staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
I heard a Cure 1.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're You're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. Ah, but I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Minago, yeah! We like Minago here in this household. Bark, 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 woof, woof, bark. I mean, same, but...
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
That's the best Shola outfit, fight me. I do like it, but I like her Shadowbringers one more.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
It's better than the potato sack she had in our ARR. On that, we can both agree.
Agreed. I shall depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied.
This is Papalimo's voice.
And so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
I sometimes feel gore about the potato. I mean, same. Honestly. Same. For a good reason, though. Bum, bum, bum. Back in the snow. Finally done rendering video. Let's go! Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I can play games now. Yee! I see. Wait here. I will summon Sarah Marek. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent her some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will, of course, send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. Limbus Company! I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and enforce Sir Handeloop that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Mylon, pray accompany Lucia to the Gates of Judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. We're not quite to 3 hours yet, so we can go a little longer. I think we can do the council in Gridania and then we'll call it there. Boom. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the Gates of Judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Okie dokie. Keep that shard. I don't know what is wrong with me, guys. My brain. My brain. My brain. Bahrain. Also, I forgot. What did you forgot? What do you play on Tuesdays? That's that's up for that's up in the air right now. But I do have a plan for tomorrow. I was actually gonna play Diablo 4 tomorrow. Sort of vibe, do side quests, try to hit max level, or well, level 50 at any rate. But anyway, Tuesdays may become a Diablo 4 thing. Diablo, yes. Tuesdays I may attempt to progress on Sorcerer's Story, or I may attempt to clear out stuff on my Barbarian. We'll see. Regardless, I think whenever the 22nd comes around... Actually, the 22nd is a Thursday, isn't it? You still haven't touched the main story? If I streamed main story for Diablo 4, I would do it on another character. I wouldn't do it on my existing characters. But I don't plan on streaming the story for Diablo 4 just because, meh. Okay. I'm almost done with Act 3, which, okay. Act 3 is insanely long. It is so freaking long, and it pisses me off that you only unlock mounts once you finish Act 3. You're not going to do anywhere near, not for the time being. Not for the time being. I do not want to go beat the game like 20 more times. That does not sound like fun to me. So we're going to go do something else. That's the short answer to that question. Thursdays. I want to stream Thursdays. I do. I want to stream Thursdays. But I also don't want to overwrite Bob's streams. I will, this still needs work. This still needs amendments. I may do, like, I know, we'll see. We'll see. I am inconsistent. Well, right, but regardless, if you are streaming, I don't want to override you, you know? But the 22nd is soon. And that is, that's when 16 comes out. So, I definitely want to play that. And Bob, I know you don't want spoilers. So I won't be bringing, and I encourage, whenever I do play 16, I will encourage everybody that does watch to try not to talk about it too much in the server, in the Discord server. Or if you do, hide it with spoiler tags, right? You don't care. I still want to be considerate of the fact that you won't be playing the game. So, I don't want to be a terrible friend. So anyway. But, all that to be said, my schedules are still up in the air, man. I am unsure. It'll probably solidify a whole hell of a lot more when I go back to school in the fall. If it happens, it happens. I mainly brought it up because I already gave up on avoiding spoilers. If it happens, it happens. Fair enough. I mean, that's fair. But, I still don't want to be the one that ruins it, you know? I don't want to be that guy. But yeah, I'm sort of up in the air for this summer. But once the school year starts again, I will probably solidify a lot more. But anyway, that's a problem for later, Mylon. That's a problem for later, Mylon. We're gonna finish this cutscene. And then we're actually probably gonna stop right before the Council of Gridania, because I didn't realize there was another cutscene here. School's pain while trying to do content. I plan on, okay, it's the three things at once. It's the content, school, and work. I plan on dropping work, which will be painful, but hopefully it works out. I've been saving up so that I can do that. But anyway, and I also plan on taking out small loan. But anyway, let me finish this cutscene and get to Gridania, and then we will call it there. You can't do that. I know, house expensive. Yeah, I understand. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not I can see that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. Okay, sounds good. I want to get to Gridania. My goal is to get to Gridania. We may go over a little bit, but that's fine. Let's see. The garrison commander awaits within. Why not accompany me, Mylon? You may see a familiar face. You fell asleep for a little bit because of Mylon's voice. I don't understand how my voice puts you to sleep. That makes no sense to me. Mylon, old boy! What wonderful to see you! And Sir Emmerich, too! To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you will excuse... Nay, do not trouble yourself, Au revoir. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Blah 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 blah. Those villains need hardly an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a to an Imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and the Observatorium. It's just comfy to me. I don't know why, but it is. Fair enough. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever sprinkles your donut. I guess. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? I am. You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt. And with a little help from the veterans, and Anawa's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. The pair, that pair grows on me. They have grown on me. It's like a friendly little idiot that you're like, oh, he's cute, kind of thing. I don't know. Like a oh, how innocent, how pure, how precious type of thing. How beautifully stupid. Alright, but this is where we're going to have to cut it. So, this is where I go ahead and say bye-bye, everybody. Whack! Game do a glitch. There we go. Alright. My window decided to bug out, but that's okay. Anywho, thank you, everybody, for coming along. I do appreciate. Why are you... There we go. Okay, cool. Anyway. Thank you, everybody, for coming along. I do appreciate. Tomorrow is going to be, it's gonna be Diablo, like I said. So yeah. I'm probably just going to be vibing. If other people are playing, I might invite them along if they would like to come join. If not, I will be just probably running dungeons and testing out a new build I want to do, because my current spec on my Barbarian is fun-ish, but not very damaging, and it takes forever to kill things, so I kind of need to switch stuff up. But anyway, whoop-de-doo, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye, everybody. This is where I leave you all. We are going to be rating Elvishai, because he's awesome, and he's also playing Diablo 4. He's playing a fresh new character, so if you want to know the story of the game, go watch his stream. Because I will not be covering all of that. But anyway, thank you so much. Have a great night, folks, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Remember to take care of yourselves, eat food, and get rest, alright? Peace out. Have a great night, y'all.